Much love, peace, and blessings to all the entities out there. This is a continuation from the previous video on law books, so on and so forth, sovereignty, things like this. I left off with just a few interesting books that have some insight in them, and I will go ahead and I will pick back up on on once you get this information, once you get a grasp on the terminology and things like this, and you actually get a grasp on contracts. Get a grasp on contracts, period. But once you do, the next step is putting it on paper. Once you get the grasp. Now, there are books out there that teach you how. Now, remember I said there's a difference between the law and the legal system. Okay? There's a difference between the law and rules, regulations, ordinances, and all of this different bullshit, statutes, because rules, regulations, ordinance, statutes, all of this shit is something given the force of law. And you don't even get to vote on that. You don't even get to vote on that. But once you put it on paper, or once you get it a good grasp, you're going to want to put it on paper. And there's books, legal writing style. There's a certain way that you have to uh, form it on paper. There's a certain way that you have to put it on paper. Now, if you don't want to go that route, if you don't want to write it yourself, then there's books, Paralegal's Handbook of Annotated Legal Forms, Clauses, and Procedures. This book right here has all the legal forms in it. This book does, for all different types of stuff. If there's a legal form on it, it's in this book right here, and it shows you how the form is. The only thing it doesn't have is the numbers down the page, because it's not meant for you to copy out of the book. That's just something that you have to know. This has got contracts, family law, bankruptcy, litigation, workman's compensation, and all of these different chapters have the actual forms. Notice of defense, special notice of defense, petition for reconsideration, uh, everything you can think of. Articles of incorporation, alternative articles of incorporation. Um, there's just all different kinds of stuff in here. That this book has the forms in it, and you can find this book at your library. The library has this book, and I probably got this book maybe 8 years ago, something like that. Now, beyond that point, another very good thing. Grammar is real important. Grammar is real important. Language, sentence structure is real important. There's a guy out there that he's a judge. Judge David Wynn Miller, and this guy has his own language, and this guy is a real smart guy. I'll go ahead and tell you. You look up his website, Judge David Wynn Miller, and he's got his own little language. It's called quantum language, and it's like it's correct sentence structure, which it was real interesting to me. I knew a little bit about it because I'm into the referencing, and I'm into words, and I'm into all of this different stuff. So it was interesting to me. And brother Long did a show with him, as a matter of fact. And on the show, it was a pretty good show. So it's something for you to look into. Now, I've only got two more things to show you. This old ass book, and I've got several of them. I'm not gonna put them up here. They're leather bound. I got this at the library sale, and I don't know how they got it because it came out of the Kentucky State Library, and they had a whole bunch of them there. But I only got certain ones, and the publishing date on these 1909. Yeah, really fucking old, leather bound books, and the Encyclopedia of Law and Procedure, old school. So if you're into the sovereignty and you're into the law, look at the old stuff. secretive. And if you can figure it out, there's a key in the old stuff. But you got to have spirit is most important. Honor when we're talking about sovereignty. Honor, respect, and responsibility. You know what I'm saying? Um, I really don't talk to too many people about it. I put it out there, but you got to be careful who you put it out there to put it out there with, because if you create a monster, you got to be the one to bring the monster down. Simple as that. First and foremost, before I even go into the law, is you have to understand your original covenant and your original contract with the Creator. No matter, the Creator has all the most beautiful names, as it says in the Quran. Allah has all the most beautiful names. So whatever name, title you put on the Creator, you have a covenant with that Creator before you came here. The Bible is called the covenant, and it's just, that's something for you to look into if you choose to go that route. If you choose to look into this, do that, whatever. But this is just some of my library. I won't get into that right now. But the last little bit that I'm going to show you is volumes of books that have Supreme Court cases in it, which are real helpful in your affidavits and in the way you stand. And knowing these Supreme Court cases on specific things will help you out. And a way to get a lot of these Supreme Court cases and a pretty good understanding of what a lot of things mean are these books right here. These are Hornbook series, and they're published by West also. And these, I found these uh, at the library, like I said in the last video, at the library sale. You know, the criminal law, contracts, uh, one that's of some importance that you might need to check out. Uniform Commercial Code. Uniform Commercial Code. Another one. Business law. Everybody knows the difference between the straw man, the all caps name, and your regular name, uppercase and lowercase. Business law. Administrative law. Also look into that. Law in American history. This is another one. And the last one that I'm going to show you anyway, it's a whole series of books. Remedies. Remedy and recourse. Check it out. Check it out. A lot of these books, I just want to touch on it for a second there. You probably saw like pieces of paper stuck in them, post-it notes stuck in them. These are referenced when I was looking something up and something interesting caught my eye. Of course, I mark the page and I write on it so I can see what exactly I'm writing on it. What is on that page? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of times there's only one in a book. Sometimes there's 10 in a book. It all depends on what kind of information that book holds and how valuable the information is. I might have to go back and recheck the information. It's cross-referencing. It's what I do. But it's just me anyway. I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. The next in the lineup is going to be spiritual books. And I have a ton of spiritual books. Also, just like I got a ton of everything else. This, of course, wasn't all my law books. And that's not counting what I got on the hard drives and everything else. So I'll see you all again here soon. Much love, peace, and blessings to all the entities out there. And see you soon.